Hello, and welcome to our channel Film Overall. When a terrifying cult and its crazy leader arrive to fulfill an apocalyptic prophecy, a devoted couple's quiet weekend takes a weird turn. Sounds scary, right? This video is definitely for you if you're into horror movies. Let's review a movie that will have you on the edge of your seat, The Long Night. To know more about what I'm talking about, keep watching. The Long Night is one of those films that feels like it's just going through the motions of a generic death cult plot. That's a shame because despite the tediously wrote script from Robert Schaap and Mark Young, who go so far as to try to replicate the plot of Silent Hill 3, Rich Ragsdale's direction is atmospheric with a sense of dread and danger. Deborah Kara Unger has already appeared in one of the cinematic adaptations of those games. This cult has been given supernatural abilities, which heightens the stakes anytime our heroes try to fight back. Whether with their fists or a handy shotgun, they locate for long-range harm. These zealots' dresses, cloaks, and frightening masks aren't uncommon, but it adds to the fear. The movie was directed by Rich Ragsdale, starring Scout Taylor Compton, Nolan Jarrett Funk, Deborah Kara Unger, Jeff Fahey, Kevin Ragsdale, and King Orba. The Long Night has a twofold connotation in its title. The most recent is when young couple Grace Covington, played by Scout Taylor Compton, and Jack Cabot have been afflicted, played by Nolan Jarrett Funk. The other is a foretold occurrence. Grace and Jack leave New York City to see his parents before spending the night in an old, secluded southern plantation house. The Long Night was shot primarily in South Carolina. We hear about Jack's family, but don't see the introduction. Grace believes Jack didn't stand up for her because they are wealthy and disdainful of orphan Grace. So far, the trip has been a disaster. We learn that Grace follows Jack on this trip to learn more about her ancestors. Frank Caldwell, the homeowner, has informed Grace that he has discovered some fascinating facts. Although Frank isn't present to meet them, he has left a key on the doorstep. Although the space is ample, it is awkwardly designed. In the nearby forests, there are also odd Blair Witch-like totems. There are also some odd folks in this area. You might be thinking to yourself that everything sounds nice so far. What possibly is the problem? The crew behind The Long Night, on the other hand, doesn't seem to realize that what they have is already suspenseful and that there's no need to annoy the audience with irritating oral clues and sound design that begs them to be terrified. Instead, it actively opposes everything the directors do well, because the directing and characters are sometimes drowned out here in an attempt to make the proceedings scarier than they already are. It's distressing that they are frequently drowned out. The main characters, Scout Taylor Compton and Nolan Jarrett Funk, appear obnoxious, and as though they're in a low-budget version of high-end horror. Grace takes her companion Jack along to inspect a residence where the owner claims to have information about Grace's parents' identities. The setting is in the South, which irritates Jack, a preppy and arrogant jerk who believes that anyone from Texas is an idiot redneck. Grace's level-headed and accepting disposition contrasts with her boyfriend's parents, who refuse to accept her in a story element that never materializes. Because this takes up so much of the first act, it feels as though The Long Night's entire purpose is to set itself up to make some significant societal class statement through these miserable characters bickering in amateurishly written and unlikable ways. One is tempted to display happiness when the death cult appears. The Long Night is tough to put into words. Director Rich Ragsdale creates a pleasing, frightening look in the woodland, especially at night. The house has a more plain appearance, and viewers may be able to distinguish between Jack's instinctual disquiet and Grace's frequent assertions that this is merely Southern individualism. Taylor Performance Compton's is unquestionably positive. The performer portrays primordial wrath with visceral strength in the scenes that call for it, yet she also appears appropriately afraid. Deborah Kara Unger offers open expository lectures, and Jeff Fahey adds some much-needed color to his moments. Sherry Chung's score is evocative, with sorrowful pop ballads, strings, and a zither-like instrument adding to the melancholy ambience. Mark Young and Robert Schaap's writing is shaky at best. They divide the plot into chapters which isn't always bad, but it feels needless. The filmmakers brought up Grace and Jack's relationship problems a little too convincingly. What's going on here isn't interesting enough to keep us interested in characters we don't want to see together. Furthermore, we're much ahead of our leaders in terms of most of what's going on here. The mystique surrounding The Long Night, however, is more problematic. If filmmakers have access to a historic plantation location, they should take advantage of it. If there's production value available, go for it. However, it seems weird to talk about the area's immense evil, mention Native Americans, and then leave any mention of Black people who suffered there. Even stranger is the idea that the evil has lain dormant for 4 centuries. What horrors has it been prevented from unleashing that slavery has not? One specific shot in The Long Night, which will not be discussed here, is the most memorable aspect of the film. To summarize, a highly unusual light source late in the film may cause some viewers to become distracted from the rest of the movie. Despite this, Scout Taylor Compton gives a good performance, but The Long Night adds nothing fresh or fascinating to the death cult genre. You should not consume alcohol. That's all for today. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to our channel for more.